I thought I'd make a brief video addressing some of these things that Julian Vayne has said about me, and he can't deny he's got something to do with this when you read it, and he can't deny that he knows who this person is. As you note, on Satanic Worldview's Wordpress site, he has a tag, Nathaniel Harris. The first one is on liberty and responsibility, where this sock puppet takes a moral high ground about people and what they say about other people, etc. on the internet, attempting to make myself look like I'm a troll, spreading dishonest stories. Myself, and he teams me up with someone called Chris Costa. Now, I don't know who Chris Costa is for sure, but I do. This may sound like ridiculous, but it's not. I do actually think that Chris Costa is them. I'll discuss reasons for that. Anyway, that aside, when I write on the internet dishonest stories linking him, and I hadn't been writing about him, to an innocent man called Julian Vayne, with the knowledge and hope that the Order of 9 Angles vigilantes might attack Vayne. Now this is puzzling to me completely. He mentions this again later. I don't know how the Order of 9 Angles comes into this. Apart from that, Julian and Kevin Rockhill are friends. Kevin Rockhill's the Order of 9 Angles in the UK, I think. Oh, did I just out someone as a potential terrorist? Kevin Rockhill. Anyway, then it goes on about the Hampstead case again, claiming that I'm among the people, the Hampstead campaigners, which I really wasn't. I really hope I'm wrong about what I'm about to say, but the Hampstead case to me doesn't seem logistically possible and never did. In our own case, they pick on vulnerable children who are going to have difficulty speaking up, not classrooms full of able-bodied upper middle class kids, any of whom could speak up at any time. It just doesn't logistically add up. Anyway, moving on, and I hope I'm wrong about that, but that is my thinking on it. I never did join with these people, and this was all an attempt to get me to join with these people, and we can all see how badly that went, didn't it? On the subject of Julian Vayne, a whole article. Julian Vayne contacted me today, so there we go. There is communication between James Hind and Julian Vayne. I don't know how that's possible, but there you go. I guess he's got lots of accounts. Either way, I don't know. I don't have any of their IP addresses. I'm not a police officer, but I do suggest police look into this. Julian Vayne contacted me today. He had been approached by a member of the Order of 9 Angles. There they go again. We'll look at them. We'll look them up in a second. I put it on record yet again that I am not Julian Vayne. I post on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Wordpress as James Hind, Satanic Views S, with the clear uniform green avatars, none of which have any connection to Julian Vayne. I take full responsibility of the content I post on these 4 accounts, blah blah. People can abuse, troll, threaten, complain to the police, whatever, but please address them against me, because James Hind is such the victim here, right? And not innocent men like Julian Vayne and his family. which is unjust, unfair, and blah blah. The man who has been playing off the ONA against Julian Vayne is a man called Nathaniel Harris, who has been bombarding my blog on many occasions with threats and abuse targeted at Julian Vayne and his family. And that is just a fucking lie. As it is that I have had any connection with the Order of Nine Angles, apart from brief online arguments with, as I say, Kevin Rockhill, who I think is connected with the Order of Nine Angles, but then he's always been in support of the IOT, and I think may have been welcomed back into the fold because he was a member. He was kicked out as I gained influence in the Illuminates of Thanatos, but he was a member for a while. So there is a connection between the ONA and the Illuminates of Thanatos, and that connection is certainly not me contacting the ONA and attempting to wind them up against Julian Vayne. This is just all lies, basically. It goes on and on and on. Then we have Justice catches up with internet trolls. This is from the year 2016, where he brings me up again and predicts that I will soon be in prison due to legal action that's taken against me. And then this is back in 2016, and then we have a case of mistaken identity, where it says, it comes to my attention that a mentally disturbed misfit called Nathaniel Harris, self-styled occult nobody, professional clown, and the former mentor of Luciferian Michael Ford, has teamed up with Satan hunters, those promoting the Hampstead SRA hoax in London, to wage a campaign of harassment against a group of magicians that they think are either me or connected to me. Like I say, I haven't teamed up with anybody. And I do think that you're Julian Vayne, James Hind. That's right. There's a whole load of denial, like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of denial. I would have to also call into attention where it says here in the previous one, the left-hand path's own sicko clown who hunts Satanists in relation to his SRA fictions, Nathaniel Harris, has also been pulled in by the police and may face charges. I think I did get questioned in 2016 regarding no further action was taken. It was an interesting conversation. It always is. But yes, regarding my outing of pedophiles, and particularly my a complaint brought against me, I think then by Julian Vayne, but backed up with various untrue statements, and quite nasty ones, from the people who are running the Catch-23 festival. The Catch-23 festival, although it claimed to be a separate entity, was run by the Illuminates of Thanatos. This is something that that became apparent very much as part of their the complaints they brought against me, and then I had it confirmed by people that live in the up north and are around them a bit more. But yeah. So how did he know that if he wasn't Julian? Anyway, how did he know that if he wasn't Julian? I would have to say. And it wasn't successful, like I say. Then it's got some gloating about the fact that among those campaigners who were convinced that the Hampstead case was the real thing was a young man who had a breakdown and was committed to a mental asylum, as it says here, a psychiatric hospital. That's really just a completely unsound thing to call it, a mental asylum in the modern day. We don't have mental asylums. We have places where we care for people who have mental breakdowns. We don't gloat at their weakness in our age. And it is more gloating floating. Then it brings me up again, and it says Pete. It quotes Pete Carroll. I have come across no evidence whatsoever that Batley ever had any association with the people Harris accuses. Well, actually, that's a lie. It's just a whole fucking lie. Peter Carroll was back involved with the Illuminates of Thanatos before Colin Batley was busted, and it was no particular secret that he was within the order, that he was a member, and Peter Carroll knows this, and which is why he says, I think Harris merely noticed Batley in the news and then tried to act. This is so cruel and fucked up. He talks like somebody who's never been knocked the fuck out. Then he goes on, Harris and his partner are failed magicians. Well, whatever. Discredited, dishonest individuals, not true, who create fictions of satanic ritual abuse. Well, as you can see in the newspapers, they don't need to make up any jack shit to cover their own inadequacies as parents. Oh, Julian, Vayne. It's exactly the same lie that Julian, Vayne and Mandrake of Oxford published on their own website. Well, on Mogg's website. That is until he began to realise that it wasn't going well and that they could end up with legal action against them for their blatant lies and their cruelty. It says people don't buy the books by Harris because they are badly written, poorly researched containers of bullshit. Is that right? Oh. Wow. Well, they do. And my readers aren't stupid either. Harris cannot work as a children's entertainer as he is a potential danger to children. Not true. I never was a children's entertainer. Theatre clown. Street performer. Harris and his partner used a child as a means of pursuing personal vendettas against people in their failed relationships. That was the counter-accusation against us, yes, because, as I say, the cult was all people we've been closely related to. We've been right in the middle of it. And the police didn't really kind of like follow that up and realise that they were all indeed part of the occult in an area where people were currently going to jail for ritual child abuse. Shame, isn't it, that they missed that opportunity, but maybe they'll catch up. Appropriate to his creepy clown persona. Yeah, it was sometimes creepy, especially not grovelly. That was on purpose, but like I say, it wasn't a kid's performance, it was nightclubs, that one. Harris no longer has the support of occultists and magicians. Well, that's not really true, is it? I no longer have the support of occultists and magicians who have got themselves wrapped up with pedophilia, but I do seem to be gathering some support from some quite sound people, not all of whom are making themselves public. Because nobody takes him seriously and he borders on the psychotic. The issues Harris and his partner faced is their own agency, nothing to do with any criminal conspiracy. Right, so that's not my parents in the newspapers around the murder where a bunch of people are yet to be identified. That was where it was a criminal conspiracy. It's in the papers as a criminal conspiracy. It's just absolute garbage, isn't it, Julian? Absolute garbage. The type of magicians Harris used to hang out with in the UK are a small, intimate circle of specialists of occult literature who Harris seeks to smear on the basis that one bad egg called Colin Batley participated in their events. Oh, so now Colin Batley did participate in their events. Is that right, Julian? What? Who was later arrested and convicted of sexually molesting children in his personal sex cult. His personal sex cult that involved like 30, like all of his fucking social group. There is no evidence that anyone Harris or his partners dispatches with their wild SRA fictions is connected to any wrongdoing. Yes, there is. They're in the fucking papers. Even though I am now retired from campaigning, well, this is what he said sometime back. Oh gosh, he said he was retiring back in 2016. But he's recently been active again under this sock puppet, haven't you, Julian? And if you type in satanhunter.com, there's nothing there apart from will become active soon, a site dedicated to challenging UK Satan hunters who promote the fiction of satanic ritual abuse, by James Hind, updated 23/01/21. Yes. We have our spies too, Julian. So in any case, whether Hind is Julian or not, and we know he is, it says on Satanic Views, the website, that 5 years ago I was going to be shut up and put away in an asylum or in prison by now, and that 5 years ago I had been trying to set the Order of Nine Angles against Julian Vayne. Like I say, puzzling, very puzzling. Let's and Julian Vayne, that Julian Vayne himself had been in contact with the Order of Nine Angles. I think if we go Order of Nine Angles, simple Google search. Okay, BBC at the top, bbc.com news, 23rd of June 2020. So this is since then. Order of Nine Angles, what is this obscure Nazi Satanist group? Oh my God. A US soldier has been accused of plotting an attack on his own unit by sending information to an obscure Nazi Satanist organisation called the Order of Nine Angles. But what are they? What does the group believe in? What influences? They're a terrorist group, Julian. Order of Nine Angles. Oh my God, they do set. Yeah, I wouldn't be using their name in vain. As the Order of Nine Angles themselves will know, I have not been in contact with them about anything. Wikipedia. The Order of Nine Angles, also referred to as the ONA, is a satanic and left-hand path occult group based in the United Kingdom, but with associated groups in various other parts of the world. Claiming to have been established in the 1960s, it rose to public recognition in the early 1980s, attracting attention for its neo-Nazi ideologies and activism. Describing its approach as traditional Satanism, it has also been identified as exhibiting hermetic and modern pagan elements in its belief. The Aeonics, okay, yeah, so it's quite compatible with chaos magic. Again, there's links to Islamic extremism too. Oh my God, they do look scary. Yeah, I wouldn't be using their name in vain. That was the Order of Nine Angles. Well, no, I have not been in contact with them. It is my sincere belief that the most likely person in the whole world that James behind is Julian Vayne himself. But in any case, it appears that Julian Vayne has been making false claims about or to the Order of Nine Angles. Isn't that like having like riding around on with a pair of gold Hell's Angel wings when you're not even a member? I mean, that's seriously a bad idea. I would like it to be known that I have no connection with any such group and never have had, to my knowledge.